Hey everyone, and welcome to the 1 hour build with Ruben and Walker and little Ruben and Walker.
Hey.
So today we are making game board pieces. So custom board game characters is what we're calling it. It had so many names for this whole week, but yeah, we're going with custom board game characters. So we were all talking about D&D earlier this week, and we had a lot of projects for the D&D and a lot of assets. So we decided the coolest part was making your own character. So that is this week's project. Earlier this week we showed Nick. We made a Nick, and Nick thought it would be funny if he would make a Walker, which he thought that was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But
What was your name?
oh, well, the one I made me was the the buff warrior. His name's El Guapo.
El Guapo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it means, but I think it's dead on. It just sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the old 49ers running back. His Twitter name was El Guapo.
Yeah. That just means the handsome in Spanish, which very appropriate because we're gonna jump into the software and I'm gonna show you the real El Guapo.
Oh.
And I'm gonna show you how to take a picture of yourself or a friend and turn it into one of the custom characters. So, as you can see, well, before we get started, let's jump back to us real quick because you don't know.
Oh, what the heck?
Ruben was so stoked about this project that I made him his own.
That's awesome.
So,
Hey, that's super cool.
that is what we're going to show how to make today. So, my apologies. Let's jump back into the software and take a look at it.
If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask as we walk through this. This is really interesting.
So, I'm going to zoom in on his face.
Super cool.
And doesn't matter what design software you use, as long as it creates your own vectors. Corel, Inkscape, Illustrator. I use Inkscape because it's free. It works with our lasers great, and it's just awesome. I like the way it functions. So we're going to start by taking out the details in his face and just simply tracing them with the pencil. So I'm just going to do this.
Would it be better if you brought in a higher res photo? That photo's kind of blurry.
Yeah, it would, but
it doesn't matter.
For this, it doesn't matter, and it can be very loose. It doesn't have to be perfect at all because it's such a small, such a small character that the details, of that little offness is not going to matter.
Even if you got too detailed, could it kind of ruin it almost?
Yeah, if you got too detailed, my face has I think too much detail. It looks a little weird in some areas, but we're just gonna pick out the spots that kind of make his face shape. And again, this is not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. And no matter what, a face isn't perfect.
Yeah.
When you look at a face, it's completely off. It will never be symmetrical. When you make a face that's symmetrical, it almost looks a little off.
Yeah.
So we'll just go around, and this is the process of just making this custom file of your own little board game character. So I'll go around this nostril, go around this one, and then with this, I'll probably take this line like I did earlier and go up to the crease of the eyebrow. That's just going to add some depth and show where the nose is. Like Art 101, that you follow that line. That's where you're going to have that shading. And then we can go and take the eye. Just go around the eye. You see how fast I'm doing this? It doesn't have to be perfect at all. Just the basic shape. And for the circle of the eye, I'm going to cheat.
Oh man, I wanted to see if you could draw a perfect circle.
That's not happening today. So we're going to go to the object, fill in stroke. Hopefully that pops up. Why is all my stuff minimized? Uh-oh. That made my computer freak out.
There you go.
There we go. So we'll get rid of the fill on that, give it a stroke paint similar to the black outline. And I'm just going to copy and paste that same circle and make it smaller for the, what is it, pupil? And I'll give it a fill of black. Zoom out a bit and take the eyebrow, and actually I'm going to pretend like your eyebrow goes over there. I don't know if the light's like killing it or not.
Yeah, it's just...
Do you have eyebrow? Yeah, you have
when
eyebrows.
I fell when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Right here, and it like.
Oh, it just fades away?
It just fades out.
Dude, when I hit my face earlier this year, I got this weird scar right here. So, we could actually...
What's going on, Jared? Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, Jared? So we can actually take that eye and copy and paste it. Even though I just said faces aren't symmetrical, we're going to save time by doing that. I'm going to group them together, and then I'm just going to mirror it vertically. And I can't see it too well, so I'm going to change that stroke color. Whoa. Control Z. I'm going to change the stroke color to green, because I can't see it at all over there.
Jared said he just did this in his class.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Class. That's super cool. And Jeff says, thanks for the tip about lowering the current. All my cuts this week has had no char, and the color of beer.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that amber edge is what you want to get, and playing with that current setting is what's going to get you there.
Threw me off with the beer.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa.
The color of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good... Amber is the color of beer, yeah?
Well, yeah.
Amber
certain
beer.
Type of beer.
Yeah. So, we have most of the face done. What we're gonna do...
Look like a robot now.
I know. The Terminator.
Yeah.
So, what I would do is I would go around the edge of the head, not thinking about the hair, because that's really going to define the forehead. And forehead shape really surprisingly takes up a lot of like what the face looks like. So if you kind of mess that up and give it a weird shape, it might not look like the person. It's a detail that's odd to realize.
Yeah.
So you have this great hair. And I'm just going to give it some details, just to give it the look it has. And I'm going to go up and around. And I'm going to do the same thing a couple of times just to represent that swoopiness that your hair has. So luxurious. So this swoop is coming from over here. This swoop's coming from over here. I'll just do this a couple of times just to give it a little detail. So I'll give it a couple more lines right here so you don't look like you're balding right there, you know?
Thank you.
That's not a good look. And then we'll just do some ear. And I'm just going to continue doing this. I think they get the process. They can watch. And then you can tell them about the weekly contest, yeah?
Yeah. So, weekly contest this week is we're doing all delicates again. So that's paper, glass, any sorts of really material that's hard to cut and it's very fragile. So, same rules as always. Go ahead and just enter that in on the comment section if you're doing it on Facebook under the weekly contest post. Just put your photo there and tag FSL weekly contest and see if you win. So.
And what do they win? The $250?
Yeah. So it's $250 off a $1,000 purchase, which really good because especially if you want the cool box.
Oh yeah, that's
good idea.
Significant chunk.
Or it's a free lens, so you can't beat that.
Free lens. Now, free lens. Why would they want a free lens?
Well, from your standard lens, you want to switch it up depending on what material you're working on.
Okay.
So if you're going through like thicker material, right, you would want a different lens for that.
All right. And also the 1.5 is going to engrave a lot more detail into your. So if you do a lot of rasters, a lot of engravings, then you want that 1.5-inch lens.
Yeah.
So Robot Ruben's almost done. We can maximize him again. So what I'm going to do is use the other tool to make this a closed object, because I want this to be the cut on the outside, and this is going to be a closed object. And I'm going to do it extremely rough, geometric, and then I'll round out those edges. So
so you're not doing like Bezier curves right away?
No. I just do it quick and across, and you'll see at this size you can actually get away with probably doing that.
Okay.
But I'm going to change this one to yellow. Well, not the fill. I don't know why I keep doing that. Or let's do yellow. And
What is the best color for vector cut?
I like red.
Red.
You have to, if there's a raster involved,
Yeah.
then you definitely have to adjust your black and white threshold.
Okay.
But I like red because it shows you the difference,
Yeah.
and you can actually see it in your design.
Gotcha. Steve says, "Hey guys, happy Friday! Happy Friday, Steve! Thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in again."
He's always watching. Thank
Yeah,
you.
It's awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Amber.
What's up, Amber?
Jeff Hayes. Speaking of the lens, do you guys know the 5-inch lens are back in stock? Jeff, I am not sure the 5-inch lens are back in stock. I can check in with our sales team to see if they are. I can do that after the show.
Yeah. The 5-inch lens isn't that, not a lot of people get it, surprisingly.
Yeah, I knew they were, like, the last couple of weeks have been out of stock, so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we have Robot Ruben.
There we go.
So we'll delete the background.
Whoa.
Whoa. We'll make it all stroke paint of black. We will give that stroke style. We'll raise it just a bit, so we'll make it 0.5. Nah, we'll make it 1. There we go. Because we're gonna actually engrave these vector lines. We're not gonna vector mark them. We could, but I think it looks better actually engraved.
Yeah.
So, and then we have our outside line, and that we're gonna specify as a cut. So we're gonna run and jump into our software, Retina Engrave 2, for now, the Muse, and we have the raster engraving. That is set to a power of 100, speed at 60, and I lower the black and white threshold to 113. That's going to get rid of any pickup on the yellow. If you see, I'll slide it to the right, and that raster will actually pick up some of that yellow.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to lower that black and white threshold.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
Amber says, "You guys have been so helpful. Thank you for all the tips."
You're welcome, Amber. That's why we're here.
Yep, exactly.
Now we have our vector. I know with the material we're working with, it will cut at 25 speed as long as Ruben aligned the laser properly.
Oh.
And you do that?
No.
Did you do? No?
I didn't do focus it.
No, align it.
Oh, align it.
It should be good.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we're gonna go jump into the Muse and check it out.
How did you know the speed and power settings just off the top of your head like that?
Well, I'm a genius, and I did our material test on the material. So earlier Wednesday, we checked out the material test and showed you guys how to use that. So if you have a new material and you haven't used it yet, run that material test on it.
Yeah.
And we showed how to do it.
That was last Laser Talk. That's up on YouTube right now. If you guys want to go check it out. Really helpful, I think.
Yeah.
run through the whole material test, 2 materials.
There's a lot of information going on this week. A lot of working. Crazy. So this job's 15 minutes. And now we get to talk about like price points. Say you made a custom type of like this guy, like a board game figure. Well, what would you charge for something like that is a good question.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to make? So this Reuben at, what is this, 6 inches? With the hobby board from Joann's or Michael's, something of that sort, this costs 60 cents to make.
Okay.
So you're making a significant amount of money, especially if you're charging as a graphic artist doing a custom piece.
Yeah.
So typically a graphic artist, I think average on the West Coast, I would say is $25 an hour. That's what they charge for like commission work. So $25 an hour, it takes about 10 minutes roughly to design the Reuben face. If the person's older, it would probably take longer, right? A lot more wrinkles and details. But 10 minutes roughly, so that's gonna cost about $6.25 in just labor, and then the cut is 15. So you're talking cut 15 minutes, design 10 minutes, and that total will come out to $6.25 plus the actual 60 cents it costs to make the guy.
Okay.
And that's a one-off. That's why the margin's going to be so high. At a 70% margin, that's going to be pretty significant markup, and that's because it is a one-of custom piece.
Yep.
So you'll probably sell this guy around $22, and you're making a profit about $16.
Which is pretty cool. I would pay $20 for this.
I think so too. I don't think $20, and that's a great margin, and your profit's significant.
Yeah.
And essentially anything like this, laser cut in general, your markup's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And you're going to make a great profit. That's just what's so cool about the lasers. You can, make one piece and then keep on making it.
Yeah, it'd be cool, like, if you have, like, your family or whatever, like, you can have...
Yeah, make the whole family, and then play the board games.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
Play the board games with your actual person, and yeah, that would be awesome. Have a little dog.
Yeah.
It would be cool. Yeah, so that's one off. Now, if you're talking about something like mass production, say you want an army of Reubens and you just sell tons of Reubens, which would be weird, but then you're gonna want to lower your percentage down. So you probably make less of a profit, which is fine because it's still great considering it only takes 60 cents to make a 6-inch figure.
Yeah. Gabriel, what's going on? Thanks
What's
for
up,
tuning
Gabriel?
in. I have a couple questions here too.
Yeah. Let's knock them out.
Amber, she wants to know where you can lower the current at.
Lower the current.
You show it real quick?
Yeah, let's go to the software and I'll show where to lower the current, Amber. So in the software, these are our vector settings. Remember, we grab them on the left-hand side, and these are going to be our vector properties. Now, speed, you always adjust speed and power. That's typical. But then there's this third option that nobody knows what it does, but that is current. And current is going to dial in that power setting. So if you have a material that's cutting through, but it's still a little bit charred, then lower the current on there and dial it in. And the ideal outcome, especially on wood, is amber, like Jeff said earlier. Was it Jeff? Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah.
That amber beer-colored edge is ideal for when you cut wood. Acrylic is going to come out crystal clear no matter what, even if the power setting's too high.
Yeah.
So, the job is halfway done. No questions?
You guys have any other questions? Let us know.
Easter's coming, right?
Easter's coming. We have one of our own makers, Cindy Garcia. She actually created this really cool Easter basket.
Easter basket?
I think we can,
oh yeah, check her YouTube over here, right?
This one. Yeah.
This one? Oh, we can't see it.
Yeah.
That one. It'll be
That's
around.
Yeah,
It'll be
that's
around.
That's for YouTube, guys, by the way.
Yeah. So if you're on YouTube watching this later, there's a link somewhere
Yeah.
showing Cindy's page, so you can check out her projects as well.
Yep. Amber says, I have a Pro. I don't think this applies to me. Does it?
Okay. Well, it does not apply, but it's kind of the same thing. I'll open up the old software. RE1. I didn't think that was going to happen today.
There we go.
It's happening.
Walker's so excited right now.
I know.
He loves RE1.
I love it. It's simple. It's straightforward. It gets the job done.
Jared had a nice comment. He says, I have a machine from one of the other guys, but I wish I had support and resources like this when I started with a laser in my classroom. You guys rock.
Thanks, Jared.
Thanks,
That
Jared.
means a lot.
Yeah, it does.
And we've come actually a long way since even I started. I mean, even since you started.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, things are constantly growing here and changing, and it's always for the better.
Yep, definitely. A lot of things behind the scenes are going on.
Yeah, I'm excited to work here.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not just a job for me.
Exactly.
Alrighty, so for Amber, right? Or no?
Amber. Yeah.
There's a color Amber. All right, Amber. So here we have our power settings. Our vector line is going to have speed, power, passes. It's going to actually show you the polylines, and then here is your vector current slider, so that it's still relevant for you and your Pro machine. I use it with my Pro machine. Did I tell you I have a 48 by 36 Pro machine at my house?
I think everyone knows, man.
I just keep bragging about that. That's going to be an Easter egg I just continuously say all the time. Because I'm not only working here, but I'm a customer as well.
Yeah, Jeff's saying, I have a Pro Series at 90 watt. He's responding to Amber, but he's saying, I run my current at 80% or around there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do the same, or? Yeah. Depending on what job and stuff, right?
I rarely play with the...
Oh, okay.
I'm rarely ever cutting the same material.
Gotcha.
Usually I don't ever do a material test. I'll draw a circle and I ballpark it if it's going to go through, and most of the time it does go through, and if not, I just lower the speed.
But you're like a laser expert, though. How long did it take you just to get like that, where you're like, yeah, this?
A long time.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things ever said is, to be good at something, you have to be bad at it for quite a long time.
That is true.
And you can't be afraid to be bad at something, because that is the beginning of being good at it.
Yep.
No more questions?
Jeff says, yes, Walker, we're all jealous of your machine.
Dang. All right, I'll stop bringing it up. I just like bringing it up in front of Nick, because he rolls his eyes like.
Yeah. Nick has a muse.
Yeah. Like, hey, can you cut something 22 inches long for me, Nick? He's like, oh, no. Speaking of the difference, though, that is a good time to bring up the Pro sale, yeah?
Yeah, Pro sale. 4,500.
4,500, you get a 20 by 12 Pro, and that's going to have a 8-inch, I think it's 8-inch Z table. That's going to be up and down on the Z, and that's going to give you more opportunities for thicker materials, wine bottles. If you get the rotary attachment with it, no problem. You don't have to remove the floor. It fits through a door. Can we rhyme anymore? No.
It comes with the chiller too.
And the chiller, yeah.
Yep.
That's a great deal.
And what about our Muse sale that's going on right now?
You tell them about that.
Okay, $5,000. Get the Muse, the cool box, which is right over here.
What is the cool box again?
The cool box is all in one.
All in one what?
The compressor, the exhaust, the bucket, no more bucket.
Oh yeah, no more bucket.
No more water bucket. So, and the rotary and riser in that deal.
So you
all three.
All three. So you get rotary riser rotary.
Yep.
Cool box and the Muse for how much again?
5,000.
5,000. That's
pretty good.
That's a deal.
Yeah.
That's a smoking deal. So if I didn't already have 48 by 36, I'd probably get that deal. I wonder if Charles is filming us right now. That'd be weird.
I know. Oh.
God.
Have you guys ever done a live stream with the Muse Rotary?
We did one
yeah.
at one time. Yeah, we did one live Rotary. We could do it again. I think we were talking about doing it again, actually. So
that was from Jason.
We could show you how it's done. I want it applicable to like one of our projects.
Yeah.
That would be really cool if we made some files for them to run on like glassware or something of that sort.
Yeah.
Or just like this was kind of more, this project was more of a process, right?
Yeah, oh,
so
yeah.
if we show the process of how to design for a specific diameter, that'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
No? Yeah?
That would be cool.
Maybe.
Yeah. Jason, I can, after the show, I can help send you that video. It's very brief though. It was like a laser talk a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Gabriel, thank you. I try my best on Facebook to help everyone out, so really appreciate that comment. He said, thanks for all the help on Facebook, man. Super helpful to have you guys available for tech help. So.
Awesome. Yeah. Ruben's always bugging me for questions he doesn't know.
Yeah, if I don't know it, I ask Walker, I'm like, yo.
It's only like once
out.
a week. Only once a week. You're getting real good, man. You're like, young Padawan, right? You're learning. You'll soon surpass the master. And I'm like, what? How did you do that? Join the dark side.
I get a pro machine. I'm like,
yeah, a bigger pro.
Yeah.
You get the full
I get
flatbed.
a fiber. I'm just like,
oh yeah.
Dude.
Then, dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bug you for tons of stuff for the fiber. Alrighty, so the job just finished the raster engraving, and now it's gonna do the cut. So it's cutting out Ruben's big head right now.
Yep.
It might take quite a long time, but then it'll go to his skinny body real quick, and it will be done. That reminded me of James Bond scene or something.
Dude, like the things that I could think about, like, but doing this, like cutting out people, like you can do like a bunch of cool stuff. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, like you can like cut out your like favorite athlete or whatever. And, like,
oh yeah.
Like,
just I know it's tons of stuff.
There's like, yeah, the possibilities are endless.
You just imagine like this costs 60 cents to make, and how much this like makes somebody's day.
Yeah. Dude.
Like if you just made a silly figurine, like. I mean, Ruben was stoked on this one.
I was geeking out. I was like, dude, what?
Like the two-headed dragon, but this guy, like, you're gonna keep this on your desk for like until you break it on accident and cry.
I hope it doesn't break. That'd be terrible. Like, even the chucks, dude. Like,
oh, dude, I hooked it up, man. You got the chucks, the freaking it is legit you.
That's accurate. Amber says, I would love to know how to actually use the rotary. I think I have figured it out in beer glasses and champagne glasses, but I don't know. Oh, I don't know the technical side. I just guess, and it tends to work out so far anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, Amber, I've seen like a couple of your stuff. It seems like you're doing everything really well. So.
I haven't seen it, but if she could get any better by us, giving some tips, we should definitely do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So one of these, either Laser Talk on Wednesdays or Friday's 1 hour build, we will we'll do the rotary.
Jason has an idea. A good project would be office warfare items like slingshots and stuff. That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yes.
Like battle off in the.
I wanted to make at one point a mini. What are those? It's not a bow and arrow, but it's like a gun.
Slingshot?
Crossbow.
Crossbow.
Like.
Didn't you make a crossbow, right?
Yeah. Well, we have the crossbow.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make a miniature where you can print out as many of your like own ammo.
Oh.
Because that's
cool.
the worst thing about those toys is losing the ammo. And what if you could print out just tons of them? Be the Legolas of laser.
Desk warfare.
Desk warfare. Yes.
Yeah. Charles is like not about this.
Charles is.
Charles shares the office with Walker. He's not down with the. Desk.
Anybody who knows me, like, you don't start a war with me because I just one up it every time, and it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. So
man.
I'm gonna run that vector one more time at 100 just to make sure, because this is the birch laminate that was kind of difficult to cut earlier this week. And then usually I do like 100, double pass, just another pass, just to make sure it went through.
Yeah.
Because I know you didn't align this, even though I asked you. You know.
That was last week, though. I forgot over the weekend.
Yeah.
Then you didn't remind me.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Any more questions? Let us know. Who's gonna do the weekly contest this week? That's what I want to know. I want you guys to submit in.
I know, and honestly, like, I want to see this project done, because I think this project is cool, and I want to see everybody's little laser,
You have
avatar.
Like, so many goodies in this project, though. Like, even these guys.
Yeah. So this project is not only like, Charles, bring it down. So it's not only like all these little figurines of beautiful me and Nick, but we have these tokens, like if you poison your enemy, they're poisoned.
This was all D&D based, but you can really go.
Oh yeah,
like
imagination. Make your own boards.
You can make your own chess pieces. And,
make everything. Like literally everything. Like these are ice and fire effective areas. I don't know, these borders. Everything's so small, and it kind of bugs me because I have sausage fingers. But yeah, you can go a lot of places. All of this stuff plus more is free projects on the website.
That'll be available after the show.
Yep. So, I think we did a good job, yeah?
Yeah. You want me to pull this guy out?
Yeah. Let's make sure he cut through. Did he cut through? I don't know if he cut through. Check it out. So,
out of the laser.
a key to making sure everything is cut through or not, and you don't want to ruin the project, just put your finger on a part of the project and then lift around it. That's going to keep it in place, so if you have to run the border again.
Yeah, you probably have to run it again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, looks like we need to legit align the laser then. So, or clean the lens, which I cleaned earlier, but
I think that
happens.
we can do like a process video next week about.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. So, I think until next Wednesday you won't see me. Until next Friday you won't see Ruben, sadly. But we'll see you next week. And until next time.
Keep making, guys.